self-love. Okay, let's talk about self-love for a second. And I'm actually going to pull up the definition of self-love. Okay, this is according to the Brain and Behavior Research Foundation. So, self-love is a state of appreciation for oneself that grows from actions that support our physical, psychological, and spiritual growth. Self-love means having a high regard for your own well-being and happiness. Self-love means taking care of your own needs and not sacrificing your well-being to please others. How many of us can say, show of hands, show of hands, how many of us can say, honestly, like honest to God, that we are demonstrating self-love on a daily basis? Practical, applicable self-love on a daily basis. Because I don't know about you, but I've fallen off. I have fallen off, and there are always going to be ups and downs when it comes to self-love. It is not a one size fits all. It is not a linear line. It does not look the same every single day. It's like a financial graph. Like that thing goes up and down and up and down and up and down. It bears and nibbles and it bears and nibbles and da 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 da. But we have to acknowledge where we are when it comes to our self-love. I was going to say self-worth. It's in the back of my mind. Where are you when it comes to your self-love? Are you practicing? I'll pull it up one more time for the people in the back. Are you in a state of appreciation for yourself, okay, from actions that support physical, psychological, and spiritual growth? I want to pause there for 2 seconds. When I was younger, I used to have this idea that self-love means that I just tell myself that I love myself and that I'm amazing. I can take a bubble bath and I can do my nails and do my hair, and I'm always doing my nails and my hair. It's just the vibe for me, and that is how I demonstrate self-love to a degree. But I thought that was it. I thought, face mask, do my hair, do my nails, the end. Like, that is it. I had good genetics. I didn't have to worry about working out. Like, I was always in track and field anyway. But, like, I was just, like, I did gymnastics, I did dance, I did musical theatre and stuff. So, I was always quite active. But I didn't look at it as I'm working on my body. I didn't look at it as I'm taking care of my physical health. I didn't look at it as, like, I have to eat well so that I'm showing myself love. Like, that wasn't love to me. That was just a thing that humans do. And it's only as I've become older that I'm actually looking at these things as genuine acts of love. Like, you have to love yourself enough to nourish your body with the right foods. You have to love yourself enough to work out and move your body and keep your body nimble and fluid. You have to love yourself enough to set boundaries with people that you love. You have to love yourself enough to get outside of your comfort zone and start the business, follow your dream, trust your abilities to do things and do them well. That is self-love. Self-love for me looks like doing things that I don't want to do because it benefits me in the long run. It benefits me to go to the gym every day. I went to the gym this morning and I had a really good workout. Like, I did legs. So I want to say ass. I did legs, and halfway through I was like, oh my God, you can just stop now. And I was like, absolutely not. We didn't get out of bed at 6:30 this morning for you to come here and then quit halfway through. I don't know who the fuck you think you are, but go and move yourself onto the leg press machine. You've got shit to do. Like, I really had to pull myself up. I have to get Lizzie out. Lizzie's a scouser in me. I had to get Lizzie out. Do you know what I mean? And I think you just have to learn. You have to, first of all, understand what self-love looks like. Okay? Self-love means having a high regard for your own well-being and happiness. Self-love means taking care of your own needs and not sacrificing your well-being to please others. My brother is heavily into football. He used to be a football player, and he's moving into other endeavours that have to do with football as well right now. And I remember growing up, he was obsessed with football. Like, football was the way that he breathed. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was his... there wasn't a football near him, he'd be like... And he was, like, seriously obsessed with football. Going back to the last part, not sacrificing your well-being to please others, that contributed to his well-being. His love, his passion for football contributed to his mental well-being. When he went on that pitch, you could see it, like he would change demeanor, he would become a whole different person, and he'd walk off feeling accomplished, feeling proud, feeling really, really energetic. He's taking care of his physical health, his mental health, his psychological well-being. He's enabling himself to be the best version of himself possible at that time. And there were people that were like, you know, it's not going to be like a proper career when you grow up. What are you going to do? Like, as you get older, what's your next step? And it was like, mind your business. Back up with your negativity. Back up with your negativity. I don't want that near me. Stop breathing on me with your negativity. Back up with me. Back up, back up. That is the kind of energy that you have to come with on a daily basis. That is self-love. He loves himself and his ability to do his job so well that anyone who was like, what are you going to do in 6 years' time? He was like, mind your business. Back off a little bit, babe. You're in my bubble. That is the kind of energy. Maybe he said it a little bit aggressively sometimes, but that is the energy that you have to come with. You've got to be able to tell people, I'm good. You do you. I love me enough to follow this dream. I love me enough to go to the gym. I love me enough to do the things that I don't want to do. I don't always want to work out. You don't always want to work out. Go to the fucking gym. Go do a dance class. Go play tennis. Go swim. My mum's just started swimming. She loves swimming. Go do swimming. Go do fucking jazz, ballet, tap. Maybe there's so many different ranges of dances. I can't even name them all. Go do Zumba class. Go do belly dancing. Go do that aerial thing where you spin around in a circle. That thing that. Go do pole dancing. Go move your body. Find something that does light you, that does ignite that spark inside your spirit, because it's there. You just have to find it, and you have to consciously work towards being the better version of yourself. I put person and version together. I do that quite a lot, so welcome to my brain anyway. You have to want to love yourself enough. You have to love yourself enough that the things that you do not want to do, the things that you're like, I would rather skip today and do it tomorrow. And I'm doing air quotes because we all know tomorrow don't always come. Like tomorrow looks like Monday, but it's only Tuesday. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, we have to focus. You have to focus on the person, the woman that you want to be in 5 years time, in 1 year time, in 2, 3, 10 years time. Who is the woman that you want to be? How can you get to her? Does she have her shit together? I hope she does. Does she, if you look at my vision board, I'm looking at it right now, it's right opposite me here. It says, goals get you out there, making waves. I just want to be a winner, nothing else. Friends and family. Eat like an athlete, the final hurdle, train brilliantly. Like, I have all of these things. Say it with me. I'm worth it. You have to tell yourself, I am worth it. I deserve to have good things. I deserve to be loved. I deserve to love myself. You can only be loved by others when you truly know who you are and love yourself, right? You have to accept who you are. And that means the good, the bad, and the ugly, by the way. That means like the things that you're like, oh, I'm not working out, but I'm eating a shit ton of food. I'm not eating anything healthy for my body. I'm not moving well. I'm not spiritually aware. I'm not connecting with God. I'm not meditating. I'm not praying. I'm not praising. I'm not doing all the things that the woman in 10 years time does 10x. I'm not even working towards that goal. That's fine. That's fine. Acknowledge that. Okay, acknowledge where you are right now, and then ask yourself, how do I get better? How do I become the better version of myself? Where do I go from here? And this is where a piece of paper comes out, okay? Because I love me a piece of paper, boo. Get yourself a piece of paper, and you're going to write down on this paper, self-love. Okay, just at the top, self-love. And then you're going to do little lines like this, you know, like a spider diagram. You can do it in the middle page if you want, if it makes you feel better. I always do it at the top, it just feels nice and clean. Self-love. And then you're going to write down all of the things that you, in whatever goal you've just given yourself, so it's 2 years time, 5 years time, 10 years time, what does that version of you, how does she demonstrate self-love? So she might go to the gym 4 times a week. She might have Pilates once a week. She eats and she meal preps every single Sunday, and she eats 3 meals a day, and they are healthy, nutritional, rich foods. She might be a vegetarian or a pescatarian. She's a non-smoker. She only drinks socially twice a month. She doesn't smoke anything like shisha. I smoke shisha right now. For me, in 2 years' time, doesn't smoke shisha. So I might have to start cutting this out. Do you know what I mean? So all of those things. She prays every single day. She meditates every single day for 5 minutes at a time. She prays for however long she needs to pray. She praises every single morning when she wakes up. She has her own home. She has a healthy relationship with her spouse. She is on track to become a millionaire. She is on track to becoming a mother in the next 3 years. She is on track to being a wife. She is on track to being, a business owner of 5 businesses. Like, whatever that version of you looks like, write all of those things down, okay? Then you're going to basically create self-love bubbles from each thing. So for example, and what a self-love bubble technically is, in my brain anyway, it is the non-negotiable. Okay, it's like a mini contract. It's a non-negotiable that you're going to give to yourself that will lock in a promise. So for me, self-love at the top of the page, and then we've got fitness. We have 4 days a week going to the gym. That's like lifting heavy weights 4 days a week. Okay, right now, that's my 2-year goal. Right now, in this moment in time, I'm going to the gym maybe 2 to 3 times a week. I promise, under my self-love bubble, I am promising myself that I am going to go to the gym no matter what happens 3 days a week minimum. Okay, that is what I'm locking it in. If you someone who smokes, and your self-love bubble, your promise that you're going to give to yourself is, I promise that I will be going, I will stop smoking by this date. How? I'm going to reduce the amount of cigarettes I smoke per day. So if I'm smoking 10 cigarettes a day, I'm going to drop it down to 5, and I'm going to space out the timings just to the point where I'm going a little bit crazy, and then I'll take a cigarette there. That's cigarette number 1, and then I'll do it again, just going a little bit crazy, and then I'll smoke again. And you're going to basically make promises to yourself for today, for your future self. That is self-love, and you have to do it. Like, there's no excuses, there's no okay, I'll go to the gym tomorrow instead of going. No, you said today. You said today was the day. And don't get me wrong, there are always extenuating circumstances. Like for me, if I'm on my period, I'm not lifting heavy. I physically can't. I'm tired. I not have the energy. All right, darling. I not have it. Okay? So you've got to adjust. There's always space to adjust, but don't give yourself an out every single day. You have to love yourself enough to just say, fuck it. I'm going in. I'm going all in. I'm committing, I am promising, I am becoming the next best version of myself. I love me now, but I love future me 10 times more. That is the kind of energy you have to approach it when it comes to self-love. And I'll say it one more time. Self-love is a state of appreciation for oneself that grows from actions that support our physical, psychological, and spiritual growth. So you got to appreciate the shit that you're doing on a daily basis that contributes to your physical, psychological, and spiritual growth. Okay? That is one thing. Self-love means having a high regard for your own well-being and happiness. Do you hold your well-being and your happiness at a high regard? Do you respect your happiness more than you respect your current circumstances right now? More than you want to grieve? More than you want to sit in this sad bubble that you're in right now? More than your depression? Do you love the idea that you could be happy? You could have joy. Okay, happy is fleeting. You can have joy. That is an internal state. That is a little bit more stable than happiness is. You can have joy if you just love yourself enough and you release the idea that you can't have it because you're not deserving. You can't have it because it's not for someone like you. Love yourself enough and just acknowledge that, yes, I can have joy. I can be happy. And then self-love means taking care of your own needs and not sacrificing your well-being to please others. I'm talking to the mums right now. Let me chat to the mummies right now and the carers and the aunties that are doing too much. Let me chat to you guys for 2 seconds, okay? Self-love means taking care of your own needs, okay? Put on your life vest before you try to help others. place on your oxygen mask before you try to place on anyone else. How are you going to help somebody if you did? How are you going to help the children if your cup is empty? How are you going to demonstrate to your family members that you are a loving, beautiful being from the inside out if you don't believe that for yourself? How are you going to show your kids a prime example of what a happy mother looks like, of what a happy being looks like? How are you going to show them, okay, mummy, how are you going to show your children that it is possible to love yourself and to forgive yourself and to have empathy with yourself and to respect yourself and to care for yourself? If you do not demonstrate that, you are being a hypocrite if you tell other people to love themselves and you don't love yourself. Okay? And I hate to be the one that has to say this all the time. I'm sorry, but it is the truth. If you do not love yourself, but you are telling other people to love themselves, you are a hypocrite. You are hypocrite. You're hypocrite. Okay? Self-love means taking care of your own needs and not sacrificing your well-being to please others. People pleasers, I'm gonna make another video for you guys because we deserve a whole separate video. And I say we because I used to be one of y'all. I feel like I was an AA for it and I come out on the other side. Now I happily tell people no. But people pleasers, you are sacrificing your own peace, you are sacrificing your own well-being mentally and sometimes physically to ensure that other people have and other people are happy, other people are great. You're dying on the inside. And I don't mean physically, I mean emotionally. You are tired, you're drained, you're sad, depressed even, you're anxious, you're frustrated at that person, you've got resentment, and that causes illness. You are eating at your own beings because you do not love yourself. And this is a good place to leave it. Till next time. Besitos.